Hello there. What's going on, you guys? Wow, I have a feeling there was supposed to be a big Superstar Destroyer Armada article today that somehow didn't happen because it was Friday and we didn't get anything really big. And for the longest time, there have been huge things on Friday and nothing today. Probably because of the holiday. It'll probably be coming on Monday. But what we did find out, if you have been paying attention to Reddit, Redditor Azurfax has posted something that his retailer had during Black Friday shopping. And apparently FFG has given this to retailers. And this is a flyer for the Superstar Destroyer. So normally I don't like to talk about rumors or leaks, but this I feel is in a different kind of territory because this is directly from FFG to retailers to show people. So I feel like this is a paper version of an official announcement from FFG. So I feel like it's fair game to go ahead and talk about. Besides, it's all over everywhere, and this is official stuff. This isn't just rumor. This isn't just... Because there is some word of mouth stuff, some pictures that I haven't actually seen yet, so I'm not going to talk about the other things that are being... You can go read those on Reddit. I am going to talk about the things that I have photos of right now. If I get some more, if more emerge, then maybe I'll talk about those. As long as it's official and it's from FFG, I'm going to talk about it. But it basically is this pamphlet. It's like a 4-page pamphlet. It has some pictures of some of the cards that are going to come with it, and then it has a picture of Palpatine and Piet. And Piet pretty much is confirmed, what we thought, that he basically, you exhaust him to get a command. To basically turn a token into the full dial effect, which sounds really good for a couple of things. It sounds good for Superstar Destroyer because you're getting, effectively 2 dials out of that because you get their normal dial, and then if you have a token, you can also do that. But it also seems like he would be good on an interdictor because he exhausts. But I don't have the full image of him, so... but it's pretty much the same as the spoiler text, which seems really, really cool. And I think we're going to talk a lot more about Piet in the future. But the big thing that I'm talking about today is the Superstar Destroyer ship cards themselves, because this is really, really the thing that's going around. We finally get a look at all of the Superstar Destroyer ship cards. And speaking of the Superstar Destroyer, I'm giving one away. Would you like to win one? Because you can win one in the form of a like $172, $170 cool stuff gift card, or however much it goes for at the time of the winner being announced, which should be on or about December 21st. So if you'd like to win one, all you have to do is be a subscriber and leave a comment on this or one of my videos. It's as simple as that. And I should be announcing that on or about the 20th or the 21st of December. I usually announce those towards the end of my videos, so make sure you watch all the way to the end. And click that little bell for alerts so you don't miss when it comes out, because you would not want to miss that. And hopefully it'll make a very Merry Christmas for you. So yes, we get a good close-up look at these ships, and we're going to talk about them. We've already seen the command prototype. Everybody's talked about that. It's in Ryan Kingston's Fleet Builder. I've done battle reports with kind of a mock version of it, so I'm not really going to talk about that one anymore, because we got a lot of new stuff to talk about. And, the big thing is, we knew that they said 2 of them were going to be playable in the normal 400-point format, and 2 of them would require us to go higher points. And so there was so much speculation. I was thinking we were going to see 800-point, formats and things like that. And it looks like they went a little bit closer to the 400-point, limit. So it's not like we're going to see, your hopes for like a 1,000-point Superstar Destroyer are pretty much gone. But that's okay. I mean, you can just run 2 of them now. So let's talk about the next highest up one, the second most, the second cheapest one, which you can still field in normal games. And I think this one's going to be very, very, very popular. This is that fantastic artwork. I've zoomed in a little bit here so we can get a good look at it. This is the Star Dreadnought Assault prototype. 4 command, 5 squadron, 4 engineering. Still no maneuvering, which is fine. You just use a nav token. Same defense tokens. Still 22 hull. The cool thing here is for our anti-squadron, we have got a red and a blue. So now all of a sudden, wow, really, really dangerous for squadrons. So now you can really run this guy. I mean, I've been talking about this anti-squadron meta for a while. I think this is really going to bring that into a new wave, because it's just nasty. And especially putting Callus on here now, because now you've got that range that you used to have only with the Quasar. You've got 3 different arcs. Gunnery teams on here. You can still shoot their ships. I mean, you're getting you're getting 3 attacks. Now you don't have any problem going after their squadrons, right? Nuts. You still have the 3 officer slots. You've got 2 offensive retrofits, 2 ion cannons, 2 turbo lasers. If you want to go single ship and go with squadrons, you can do that. If they deal with your squadrons, you can just, shoot them down with them red dice and really try that. But look at those attack arcs. You got 6 shields in the front, 3 on the front, the left and right, 3 on the auxiliary left and right, 2 in the rear. Your rear is still your weak point. But you're looking at 5 red and 4 blue in that front arc. Really, really nice. 3 red and on the front left and right. 6 dice total. This is pretty nice. You still got the black die everywhere but the front, and your auxiliary arcs aren't too bad on the left and right side and the rear left and right auxiliary. Your back arc isn't that good, so you definitely want to keep people out of your back arc. But that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. It's if you for 250 points, it's a lot more expensive, than we've seen before. But you get better dice. I think the big draw here, over the previous version is that red anti-squadron. Really opens up a lot of extra possibilities, and potentially you can potentially run without squadrons and just really run heavy anti-squadron if you need to. With the 3 officer slots, I mean, you're just gonna want to you're just gonna want to do, I think, a lot of flexibility, a lot of things in there. You can put Callus without having to worry about, what am I gonna do with for that one and only one officer slot. So that's really cool. I think we'll see this one a lot. I think this one will be very common for single ship builds, though. If you're gonna run squadron, I mean, you can do a commander and a Gazanti, but now you're gonna run out of upgrades. Maybe you do that. Maybe it's gonna be a while. We kind of have a lot of list building to do. That's for sure. All right. Next, now we're getting into the plus size version, and it's a whole new class. It's the Executor 1 class Star Dreadnought, and look at that artwork. I want that hanging above my bed. I don't think the wife would allow it, though. That's like the most beautiful. That may be the most beautiful piece of art I may have ever seen. I need to get a copy of that. So we need to figure out, is that Darren Tan? Maybe, I don't know who did that piece. That's just a thing of beauty. I need that. I need that framed. I think I'm gonna pursue that. It'd be a good Christmas present. So if you know the artist, let me know in the comments below for this piece. That's phenomenal. I'll probably ask FFG. All right, so we're into the upper echelon. You'll notice first thing, the point cost 381. 381. So you cannot run this even with Ozzel. You cannot do it. It would bring you to 401. So you have to go into higher point limits. This begs the question, are they raising the official point cap limit? I don't believe so, because in this flyer it's talking about you'll have to, they're kind of re-emphasizing the point. If the first 2 are for tournament play, for your official sanctioned organized play 400-point games. The other 2 are for the fun games, the campaign games, the custom games, and I think that's great. I think it's great to have those custom games. I think it's great to have bigger point games, especially with Armada. And I think having this many points on one ship is really going to wow. And you know what? I just realized when I said 250 and you can only fit one other ship and a commander, for some reason I was thinking 300 points was the cap, and it's not. And I'm there's so much new information. I'm gonna chalk that one up to a little bit of a brain fart. So you'll have to excuse me, which is kind of funny. Yeah, because 250 gives you plenty of room to work with build options. I was thinking 300 for some reason. I don't know. That's kind of crazy. So yes, I took a few hours off. I was watching the UCF game. Came back, the internet exploded. I had to process all of this in rapid. So this is all brand new. I'll be talking about this a lot more after today. So, all right, Executor 1 class Star Dreadnought. First off, hull, 33 points. Boom, insanity, absolute insanity. Next off, anti-squadron. We got 3 dice for anti-squadron. You're really gonna be messing with squads now. I mean, if you thought the red die was bad before, now you're adding the 3 dice, 2 blue and a black. The black is definitely consistent. You're only gonna have 2 at medium range, but they have to get close range to shoot you. So that black die, if this is your only ship, or this is your main ship, the squadrons are gonna be coming for you. I'm really starting to see a possible future of, Superstar Destroyer builds not running any squadrons. It seems like a waste because you've got 6 squadron value there. So maybe that's not the case. I mean, maybe the build philosophy is here. I don't need escorts and I don't need protection for my squadrons because he's going to provide the protection. Come on, try to obstruct my ace or my bombers. Try to engage my bombers because they're going to be close to my my Super Star Destroyer, and he's going to shred you if you try to get close to my bombers. That might be the case too. Now, looking at upgrades, it's like this is why they had to go with bigger cards because you're running out of room. You've got 4 officers here. 4. So 3 was already extreme, but now we've got 4. We've got gunnery team. Do you notice we got fleet support on here? We've got 4 fleet command. Fleet command. That's insane. Not fleet support, fleet command. So you can fit everything. Concentrate fire, all of that. Intensify firepower, rather. You can put all 4 of them on there. It actually makes me wonder if they're going to add any new ones. I mean, it seems well-rounded right now with the 4 we have that match the 4 command tokens. So I don't know how they would do, any new ones unless they did 4 more new ones that use those existing command tokens in different ways, which actually kind of could be cool. I would like to see something like that. We do have, and we've changed in this one because we only have 1 ion cannon, we only have 1 turbo laser, and we only have 1, offensive retrofit. So we have less upgrades for the firepower stuff, but we have more support upgrades on this one, which is interesting. We still have a ton of dice. But it's still, this one actually seems comparable to our previous because we still have, 5 red and 4 blue. We're still running 5 red and 4 blue in the front. We got 3 red, 3 blue, and a black. Okay, well, that's only 1 die difference, right? So the offensive potential here of the Executor 1 isn't that big a deal. Now it's a lot heavier shielded. We're 6, 5, 5, 5, 5, 3, so a lot more shields. No defensive retrofit on this or any of these, which is interesting. And then we have our Executor 2, which is the top tier. This one is a lot better. Now this is the non-support. Like this is the killer, right? This is the one you bring to destroy the rebel base. You've got again 3 anti-squadrons, still 33 hull, a red, a blue, and a black. So you're still getting that red dice. You're getting every range. The closer they are to you, the more dice they're going to take. You can do 1, 2, 3, 4 damage to every squadron potentially. Insanity that maybe you get multiple attacks. It's just nuts. So we still got 4 officers. We got a weapons team, a single fleet support, which I think is more reasonable. I think this is the go-to one for the big games. If I'm running big games, I think this is the one. I just can't see running 4 fleet command unless it depends on some of the stuff that hasn't been spoiled yet. Maybe there's a good reason. Maybe there's going to be a title that lets you do all the fleet commands every turn, which would be kind of interesting. You've got 2 offensive retrofit, 2 ion cannon, 2 turbo laser. No ordnance on any of these, which is interesting. So no ordnance there. 411 points. We're still running 6, 5, 5, 3, so still heavy shields, heavy weaponry, all the way around. Really, really nice. Our back has got a little more. We're at 4 dice in the back. I guess they both have 4 dice in the back. We get a little more. I guess the big difference between these two is you get an extra red on the auxiliary arcs. So you're really enhancing that coverage. You're getting an extra red on the front left and right as well. And I guess you're getting an extra blue in the front. So a lot more offensive dice. I think this one is clearly the better version. I don't know if I like the Executor 1, but I'm going to kind of withhold judgment until we see a little more of what's really coming, because I think I understand it's like a 30-point difference, but you're getting a lot for those 30 points. This ship is really monstrous. So I really like this. I like the upgrades. Of course, you're going to put more points into it with all those available upgrades as well. Looks really, really cool. Gosh, the build options, I was expecting that these were going to be much higher in points, like 600-700 point ships, and that they would be like 100 points in between each tier of ship. I'm surprised they're actually much lower than I thought, and maybe part of that is just insanity. I wonder how this over the life cycle of developing a ship like this, like what were some of the original thoughts. Like, you know, did it originally come out as like 1,000-point chip, and what would that have looked like? How many like did they eventually come to points like, all right, we can't ask people to roll 37 dice on a single attack. It's just obscene, you know. So I wonder, you know, what some earlier versions will look like. But this is really cool. I'm sure we're going to get an article on this on like Monday, so it's all going to be coming out very, very soon. And I just wanted to give it to you guys. You know, something big is coming. I think the article was probably originally planned to go live this Friday, with giving us some more information. And I think the holiday probably just postponed it a little bit. People are probably on vacation. It just didn't go live. I expect there to be an official article on Monday, in which case I will probably make another video and talk all about it, because there probably will be more stuff than I've shown you now, but I had to get something out there quick. I hope you guys are enjoying your Black Friday. We got something awesome for Armada, finally. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, all that good stuff. You know the whole spiel. I'm not going to give it to you all anyway. All the links are down in my description below. I am having a sale on my t-shirt shop as well. So if you want to get shirts or phone cases or posters or coffee mugs or any of that goofy stuff, check that out as well. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Big thanks to my patrons as well. I want to thank you guys for your continued support. You help make this whole thing possible. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.